In this episode, I'm gonna build this huge mainframe with a well frame and the bearing boxes where the axles are coming out. So stay with me. So let's start with a tilt joint that connects to the front carriage. I start by making a square notch in the back beam to fit the tilt joint and then weld it into that square notch. Then I'm making a new piece that's meant to distribute the forces on a bigger section of the beam. Then it's a little bit painting. The second layer of paint. I test mounted this back part of the front carriage. It's mounted to the steering, and it's going to work as a damper. It's coming tilt cylinders here, and the mounting for the tilt cylinders coming here. So it's going to be movable this way when the terrain is bumpy. And it's going to do this movement a little bit better, and I can also force it with a joystick to tilt. That's the plan anyway. So now I've test mounted it, and I'm gonna take it off again and weld this to the frame of the front carriage when I build it now. I cut out some reinforcement steel to the corners and bend them. And it wasn't easy to make a straight frame when it's so big. Start making the rescue hooks that's going to be in the front of the forward. I'm cutting out the motor mounts in 8mm plates and then weld them after bending them. The engine is turning, and that's nice. So let's find out where to put the engine in this big frame. I have to take measurements with the new radiator and the new fan, so I know exactly where to put the motor mount beams. It seems to fit there, so let's mark it up. Now when I know where to put the motor beams, it's time to weld them in. To know how deep the well is going to be, I have to take measurements with a new diesel tank. Otherwise I don't know how much I need. Okay, I'm trying to figure out the frame for holding this differential. It has to be very sturdy, so I'm gonna use 50 times 50 millimeters square pipes, and all the walls in this square pipe is 5 millimeters thick, so it's very heavy duty square pipe. So I have an idea, but I'm not sure yet. It's going to be something like this. And it's going to be very sturdy sideways, so it can't move, and that's crucial. And it's also going to be able to hold this differential very well. Everything is upside down now, of course, but I have to build a frame, and then I can turn all the things around again. Yeah, I just have to build and see how it goes. going to mount this bearing plates on both sides, and I need them to be exactly the same position in both sides. So I have been temporarily mounting 3 square pipes that I hopefully can use as a reference through the whole thing to the other side. So my idea is, if I put this plate against these 3 on this side and do exactly the same on the other side, this plate will be mounted on the exact same position on both sides, hopefully. So I'm gonna try that and then we'll see. It's room for 2 bearings here in this box, and 1 on the inside, and then the same on the other side. Maybe it's not the forwarder I'm building. Maybe it is a spaceship. Okay, as you can see, I've managed to mount all 4 plates, but I have to make a modification. As you can see, I had to cut a square hole instead of the round one. That's due to the round one is too little to get the 70 centimeters long axle through. There's no room to wiggle it in from the inside, and so I need to make the hole a bit bigger, and the easiest way is with a grinder, and then I have to make it square. So I have to do the same thing on this side as well. The box is mounted on this side, so now I just have to tack it. And I have to thread all the holes for the lids. Okay, the last piece of the bearing box. This wall with all the nut holes coming a little like this, covering it up. But I am able to change the bearings and also put grease to them. Barely fitting in, and there's going to be 2 inside here in this bearing box, and then 1 on the inside here. So 3 bearings on each side. I reckon that will be enough. Okay, now the whole frame is tacked. Just the final welding to finalize it. Now the frame is done with the tilt joint hit back with the frame. It connects to the midsection, and then in the middle of the frame we have this bearing boxes, where it's going to be 6 bearings for the 2 axles that comes out. And then we have the motor mount beams, where the motor is going to be, the engine. And then in the front we have the rescue hooks. And this frame is now upside down, so if we turn it around it gives more sense. But that's it for this time. I hope I see you next time, and I hope you enjoyed this journey today.